You walk in. Before the door even closes, the nose is already there, pressing close, pulling in short, rapid breaths, one after another. You think it missed you. That feeling is real, but your dog isn't looking at your face. It's somewhere just below your chin, reading something else. Wait, every single time I come home, straight to my face. Is it actually me it wants, or something I brought back without knowing? It didn't move when it heard the door handle turn. It moved the moment your scent reached it through the gap. Sound came second. Dogs process scent through 300 million olfactory receptors. Humans have 6 million. That's not a sharper nose. It's a completely different sensory world. You had lunch 2 hours ago. You showered after. But when you lean close, your dog still moves straight toward your lower face. Same coat, same hands. But yesterday, you had coffee. Today, something different. To your dog, you walked in as a slightly different person. After it finishes, it looks up. Not quite at your eyes, just toward your face. Still, like it's confirming something before moving on. It doesn't separate you from what you carry. Your scent is a full report. Where you've been, what you touched, who stood close to you. You call its name. It glances up, then goes back to your sleeve. It's not ignoring you. You just weren't the most interesting signal right then. A dog's scent memory retains a person's odor signature for over 48 hours, even after bathing. The trace doesn't leave when you do. So next time it races to the door, the moment you arrive, maybe that's not only love, maybe it's been reading your signal for an hour already. Watch what happens the moment you stop paying attention. Your dog doesn't wait. It finds a way to bring your hand back toward itself. You're on your phone. Your dog pushes its nose under your elbow, then waits. Like it already knows what that specific action tends to produce. Puppies press against the mother's belly to trigger nursing. That pressure, that specific sustained push, is the oldest signal in a dog's body. You put your hand on its head almost without thinking. That's the response it activated. Not manipulation exactly, but not coincidence either. Contact-seeking behavior activates within hours of birth. Before sight, before sound, pressure against the mother's body is a dog's first learned signal. It doesn't think, if I do this, they'll pet me. The behavior runs older than thought. It just knows what pressure feels like when it lands right. So maybe I wasn't chosen. Maybe I just responded the right way. And it keeps coming back because I keep being the one who does. Watch the sequence. Phone in hand, your dog nudges twice. Phone arm lowers. You moved it. But what started that particular chain of events? Different person, same couch. Your dog sits nearby, but doesn't nudge. It reads something in the posture, the breath, the particular stillness. You might think it loves you most, and maybe it does, but it also learns something specific about you, that you're the one who responds. When the nudge doesn't work, it repositions, tries a new angle. The long muzzle is patient. It finds whatever gap still exists. You reach down eventually. You always do. And somewhere in your dog's nervous system, that loop just got a little more reinforced. You're walking to the kitchen. Your dog cuts in front, not beside you, directly across. You slow down before you decide to slow down. Your foot adjusted. You don't remember choosing that. You just stopped, and it was already there, pressing its shoulder gently into your calf. Herding breeds redirect through noise and eye contact. Greyhounds redirect through body, quietly, one step ahead of where you're already going. Studies show dogs consistently position their bodies between a person and a destination when seeking to redirect attention or delay movement. You walk around it. It moves with you. You stop. It leans in. It's not chasing. It's staying one beat ahead of what you're about to do. That long body is useful for more than speed. Pressed sideways across a doorway, your dog fills the frame completely. Nothing passes through. If I hadn't moved when it stepped in front, would it have kept trying? Or is it only working because I keep being the one who gives way? You were going to get water. You sat back down instead. And if you trace it back, look where your dog was standing before you turned. When you leave a room, your dog follows only to the threshold. It doesn't enter. It just marks where you went, then waits. Sometimes it doesn't block. It just slows you by one beat, long enough that you look, and somehow you've already forgotten where you were going. It's not calculating, but it doesn't need to. The behavior worked before. The long body remembers what works better than the mind does. You stopped walking, you reached down. You've done this 100 times. Each time this loop gets a little quieter, a little more invisible. Something loud outside, sudden and large. Your dog's legs tighten. Then it turns, not away from the sound, directly toward you. It doesn't look for an exit. It finds your knee, presses its face into it, and breathes, slower than before. Something is being regulated here. Greyhounds have very thin skin and low body fat. They feel contact more directly than most breeds. Pressure doesn't just comfort, it lands differently. You feel it go loose against you. That slow release. Something letting go. You think you helped it. You also just lowered your own cortisol. Physical contact releases oxytocin in both dogs and humans. Sustained pressure in high arousal states measurably reduces cortisol within minutes of contact. Same behavior. Two possible origins. One from confidence, I want this. One from need, I can't hold this alone right now. What if sometimes it's not steering me at all? What if it just can't hold it alone? And I happen to be the place it brings that. You can't always tell which one it is. The press feels the same. The lean feels the same. But something is different in the eyes just before it arrives. After the storm, the nuzzle doesn't last long. It settles, turns, rests its back against your leg. Still touching, just not gripping anymore. Owners describe this as, it trusts me. That might be exactly right, just not always in the way they tend to mean it. It doesn't press in when you're calm. When your voice changes, when your breathing shifts, that's when the long nose appears at your knee. You weren't asking for anything, but it came anyway. And honestly, in that moment, you needed it to, even before you knew you did. Watch what happens at the very end. The head goes fully in, the face disappears completely, and the back of the neck points away from everything. In that position, it can't see a threat coming. It can't hear direction. It's made itself entirely dependent on what you decide to do next. It's a position dogs only hold with specific people, not everyone in the household, not strangers. The buried face is selective. It's assigned. When a dog buries its face, it loses sight of the room and can't orient to sound the same way. Both things, at once. There's something about that combination that feels like more than just comfort seeking. Its back faces the open room. If something moved behind it right now, it would have no way of knowing. You are the only thing between it and that. It chose this. Not because it's unaware, greyhounds are acutely alert. But in this moment, with this person, awareness is something it's willing to release. Think about what that means. An animal built for speed and split-second reading just handed you everything, completely still, while it can't see a thing. When it finally pulls away, it doesn't shake it off. It lifts its head, exhales once, and looks somewhere neutral. Whatever it needed, it got. And you stay a moment after it walks away, not sure why, just holding still, like part of you also needed that to last a little longer. Dogs that use face bearing during distress show measurably lower cortisol 10 minutes after contact. Something in the body shifts. Not just comfort in the way we usually mean it, something closer to that. Back at the door, it's doing it again. Nose to your face the moment you arrive. You see it differently now, not less warm, just more honest. Maybe it doesn't need to understand me. Maybe it just needs to know that when it can't see anything at all, I'll still be there.